sports physical. Okay, this one actually was a little short too. If a provider has coded a V70.3 sports physical and throughout documentation states and supports the well child check of V20.2, and he has charged out a regular E&M 99213 with V70.3, is the coder allowed to change the codes to preventative code 99383 with V20.2 as long as documentation is there? Okay, now, could you do this? Yes, you could. You've got the documentation and everything, but would you want to do this? Probably not, and I can give you a reason why. Some insurances are not going to pay for sports physicals, and so, again, you might have a reason to do a well visit, but if you make a change and there is a well visit scheduled, there's going to be a major conflict, because you can only do a well visit for insurance companies once a year. At least I don't know of any that will let you do more than once a year, unless the baby is like under 1, and they have to do a 6-month checkup and a 9-month checkup. So I went out and I found the example of the yearly wellness exam versus a sports physical only that a clinic actually put out to the patients to let them kind of pick and choose and why, and it just seemed like it explained it so much better than I could have. And what they're saying is a yearly wellness exam includes a comprehensive exam along with teen education, self-screening, instructions, a urinalysis, complete blood count, and completion of a sports physical form. Okay, for a young woman who needs a PAP as well, they can schedule that, and it can all be done at the same time for the yearly wellness. But they make a note here that said the yearly wellness exam at the same time as most insurance plans only pay for 1 yearly wellness exam in a year. So in other words, if you were wanting to combine all of that, and for a girl, she'd have the PAP, because if she had to come back and have the PAP, they might not pay for it. So if yearly wellness exams are covered by your insurance plan and your child has not had a wellness exam in the last year, this would be a good option for you to choose. So if you had decided to just go ahead and change that, and your patient had actually had a wellness exam, 3 months prior, or has one scheduled in 2 months, you've more or less knocked out that visit, or you're not going to get paid if they had already had one. There will be no discounted fees for this exam, and all charges will be submitted to your insurance plan. You will be responsible to pay for your copay if applicable at the time of the service. So they're just explaining why you have to make the decision what you want them to do. Now, if you're unsure what your insurance plan covers or what your copay is, please check with your insurance company prior to choosing an option. And that prior is a good point. I actually made that bold and underlined it, because again, before you make that decision to change the coding, you need to make sure that the patient will benefit from this, and it won't be a negative for the payer. Do not have insurance coverage for this. The entire amount will be due at the end of the exam. Let's see, we realize that not all insurance plans pay for a yearly wellness exam, so we offer a second option for sports physicals. And then it goes in to just say what the sports physical is, what they'll actually do, and they're just going to charge them a $35 fee and flat fee for actually doing the sports physical. So again, be very careful. Can you do it? Well, yes. You've got all the documentation and stuff, and he's put that down. But be very careful. Definitely check with the patient and make sure the patient understands their insurance coverage and there's no overlap there. Again, a lot of times the people don't understand the insurance coverage and don't even know if a sports physical would be allowed, or if they have well visit coverages and such. So, the question is, can you do it? Yeah. Would you do it? No, I don't think I would. Let them code for what they're being seen for. So if it's sports physical, code for that. If it's a well visit, code for that, unless you have specific instructions between the communication between you, the patient, and the physician.
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.